What's up, everybody? It's Bradley Kahn here. So this is one of my first YouTube videos, and I want to get this channel started off on the right note. So this is what I have for you here. First of all, I'm going to give you a bunch of free information and business and everything related to business and marketing and all of that cool stuff for free on this channel right here. If you like that, if that interests you, subscribe. Now, I also have a free Facebook group. There's going to be a link in the description. Check that out. Okay, you're not going to find anything like that anywhere else on the internet. It's going to be stuff like this. It's going to be Q&A. It's going to be so much value for free. Okay, I'm not making any money. So just click the link in the description. It's a Facebook group. Into the group, absolutely free. Okay, right below, Facebook group. Check it out. If you don't want to, that's totally fine too. I'm just suggesting it. So this is my business journal. Now, actually, I have another business journal that's my main business journal. This is my reflection business journal. What I mean by that is I learn life lessons and they teach me about business, and that's in everyday life. And I learn lessons literally doing business, and I put all that in this journal. Okay, my business journal is more about planning and figuring things out. This is more about actual physical lessons. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be sharing with you guys that are watching this YouTube channel a page from this or so, pretty much 3 times a week. If you join that Facebook group, I'm going to show you the whole entire thing, and I'm going to be giving everybody a chance to talk to me. I'm going to be doing Q&As, and I'm really going to be answering a lot of questions and trying to clarify a lot of stuff for free. So if that interests you, again, check the Facebook group link in the description. But first of all, I have a lesson in here about fishing. That's the title of the video, 5 business lessons I learned from fishing. So a lot of the time in life, day-to-day things will apply to business, and this is one of those cases. So let me get into this right now. Now, fishing is something I did as a kid. I took it up recently, but I haven't been able to go much because we're in a global apocalypse, basically. So here's my 5 lessons that I learned that relate to business from fishing. First, when you fail, right, it's just part of the process. You just fix what was wrong and cast back out, okay? Eventually you'll get it right. When you go fishing, if you cast out and you catch on a branch, or your bait falls off or whatever, you don't just go, oh, we cast out one time, failed, pack it up, let's go home. Some people might do that, but you reel back in, you fix what was wrong, and that's a very integral part. You have to fix what was wrong, then you cast back out. It's just part of the process. Casting out, messing up, having to reel back in is part of the process of fishing, okay? So that's part of the process of business. You throw stuff out there. You do an ad campaign for $500, you lose it all. That sucks, but that's gonna happen, especially when you first start. Figure out what you did wrong. Say, okay, I didn't have good view rates on my videos, my sales funnel was messed up, etc., etc. So fix it. Fix what was wrong, and then do it again. You don't just give up, okay? Failure is part of the process. In fact, failure is where you learn. You don't learn from winning. You learn a little bit, but you can go, okay, this worked. So now I know that worked. But every time you fail, you're learning what not to do. It's called negative feedback. Okay, I know not to do that. I know not to do it that way. Then when you do win, you're gonna keep winning because you know what not to do. You're just not gonna repeat your mistakes, okay? And your mistakes are gonna be way more beneficial for you than someone else's mistakes, but those are also gonna help you. But again, part of fishing is casting out, messing up, and having to cast back in. So that's part of business, okay? Casting out, whether it be an ad campaign, whether it be approaching people, cold calling. If it messes up, if it doesn't go how you plan, just do it again, okay? And keep going until you catch a fish, AKA success. 2, preparation is everything. Wrong bait equals wrong day, okay? So you have the wrong bait, you run out of fishing line, before you even get there, you unpack, oh, this sucks, Yeah, you could have avoided that, okay? And that in business, preparation is so important. So much pain and failure can be avoided for so many people that I see, that I try to help, from preparing, okay, the right way. And you can do that. And all it takes is making lists. Get a journal like this, okay? Get a pen and just make lists. I make bullet points all day, every day. And I just complete those, and I just mark them all through. Write things down. I put a lot of notes in my phone, but I find, and there's studies, that you're more likely to do something when you physically write it down. And then you can check it off. There's a guy, I don't know if you know who he is, Russell Brunson. Okay, he started ClickFunnels, very, very successful guy. He even put something on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I never thought of that. And he said, yeah, it works. And what it is he says he makes lists with a big Sharpie. checks it off because it's the feeling of doing the checking it off, you know. It really works. Make lists, prepare, get everything prepared, but don't obsess over it. Don't be a complete perfectionist because that's not the type of person that excels in business, I'm telling you. But you need to make sure that you get everything that you can get done. Don't go way out of your way, but prepare. Preparation is key. 3, patience is key, okay? Fishing is about patience. You cast out, you wait, but you know if you keep waiting, you're gonna catch a fish. In business, you should know, and a lot of people don't know this, if you keep trying, right? You keep failing, you keep casting out, reeling back in, cast out, reeling back in, boom. One time you're gonna cast out, you're gonna catch a big fish. That's success. And it takes patience and it takes a belief in yourself, optimism. You have to know it's possible. You have to know, okay, well, I'm gonna be able to go out there and I'm going to be able to get success, but it takes you waiting on it, okay? It takes you knowing that it's gonna happen and also being patient. Enjoy the process. Number 4, see what others are doing. So some of my people I looked at was Alex Becker, one of my biggest influences. I love that guy, everything he does. So I own a company called Market Beast. He used to have a company called Market Hero. Started my company, then I was like, oh, there's already a Market Hero. Found his channel that he makes YouTube videos to. And I was like, oh, this guy, like, this is cool. I was probably 18, you know, I'm 22 now. Started watching it, saw what he was doing, learned a lot from him, learned a lot from a lot of other people. Jason Stone, he made a lot of stuff on, he owns the Instagram account Millionaire Mentor, blah, blah, blah. A lot of these guys, I just saw what they were doing. In fishing, you see across the lake or whatever, oh, that guy's catching all the fish. What is he doing? You know, whenever I would see somebody successful, driving a nice car that I knew was successful or whatever, I wouldn't go, oh, I'm jealous or like whatever. I would say, how? Why? I would ask myself those questions and I would ask them. And a lot of the time they would talk to me, they would tell me, and I would research. And if you can't talk to somebody, if you're too shy to talk to somebody, you need to get over that. But if they're not willing to talk to you or you're not in a position where you can ask them, then guess what? Okay, observe, see what they're doing. Look, read books on influential people, watch interviews on influential, not just influential people that you want to be like. If you want to be successful in business, look at successful business people, see what they're doing, get a notebook again and take notes, scribble all of it down, man, write it down and then implement those because they're going to tell you mistakes they made. You're going to avoid those mistakes, but then you're going to have your own mistakes that you got to get around. But that's part of number 1. Just cast out, come back in. Okay, you're always going to reel back in. And then number 5, it's about the act of doing it, not the result. You need to enjoy the process in business and in anything in life. But in like Michael Jordan, do you think that if he didn't like basketball, he didn't like practice, if he didn't like the games, he just wanted the money, do you think he would have been as successful as he was? Really ask yourself that question. He wouldn't. He loved it. He was a god at basketball because he was gifted genetically, because everything lined up, but he was a really hard worker, but he loved it. He loved it. Kobe Bryant, RIP, he loved basketball, okay? I'm a basketball fan, that's why I use those analogies. But let me tell you something. If you don't love what you're doing, you're gonna fail. Find something you love and get good at that, okay? When you're fishing, it's not, if you cast out and caught a fish every single time, it wouldn't be as fun. Guys and girls like fishing because you enjoy the process. When you're doing business, you're fishing, you're hunting for resources, for money. You're trying to, get people to give you value by giving them value. Okay, it's a form of hunting. Our ancestors did that. We do these things now. Okay, so enjoy the process. Learn to love it. Work to improve yourself. Okay, and the sky is really the limit. So those are my 5 business lessons that I learned from fishing. If you enjoyed this video, you want to see some similar stuff to this and a lot different content. I'm going to make a huge variety of content. I really want to kickstart this YouTube channel. If you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to. If not, cool, man. But by the way, I have a cool Facebook group. You should check it out below. A lot of stuff like this. Like I said, no one else is doing anything like that. People have Facebook groups. This is revolutionary. I got a lot of cool stuff in there. You want to be a part of it. I'm going to be answering your questions. Like I said, ask people what they're doing. I'm a successful guy. I'm 22. You want to ask me questions? Facebook group. Check it out. So that's all I got to say, guys. Thanks for watching, and get a notebook and take notes.